Hello, grade 8. Chapter 2 review. Just kind of give you a refresher memory about what it is about. This is where we start to talk about how the Renaissance is being spread. Things that are going to help, things that are going to hinder. I've given you the chart to kind of do again as an assignment. That should be done by the time you see this video. Starts on page 50 and talks about feudalism. If you don't remember what feudalism is, remember that's the hierarchical system where you have a leader, usually a king, monarch on top. Right, with your peasants, serfs on the bottom, and the top here is the church and the rich. Okay, and they control everything. King and church working together, controlling land, controlling people, peasants working for it. Back in the Middle Ages where there was no real middle class. You're rich or you're poor. You had some association with the leader in the church or not. And again, you kind of look back at your feudalism diagram that we talked about before. Have the page top of my head, but we talked about last chapter. Feudalism was on page 23. To look back, that's the feudal chart there. So you kind of look back there again, page 23 to refresh your memory about it. Different wars going on in the land. That's going to stop ideas from spreading because people are worried about surviving. So there are different battles going on there, Germany, Netherlands, England, France, and religion. Remember, that's a big one. The Catholic Church here is on the top. A lot of power, a lot of control, a lot of influence. If people start to question the church, and we learned about Copernicus, and then eventually Galileo and what they were saying that was contrary to the church's beliefs with the earth being the center, and they were showing that the sun is the center of the universe. So there's one thing that was starting to change. People are questioning. So the church and the Roman Catholic Church is not wanting change. They don't want to lose their position, their strength, their influence. Because the Middle Ages, people pretty much listen to church because people can't read, can't write, can't speak Latin. So the church is translating everything, they're listening. And again, life before Renaissance time, humanism was you serve on earth for the afterlife. Now, again, humanism is kind of coming out where people have value, have worth, your life on earth has meaning, so people are starting to kind of question that. These things are all kind of holding it back. Humanism, that idea that's being kind of spread out there on page 52, a system of thought that centers on humans and their values, potential, and worth, concerned with the needs and welfare of humans. Well, that's different because over here there was no welfare. You worked, you served, you gave to your life after to go to God. Here, well, I would do good things on earth too. I'm still religious, I still believe, I still want all that, but I want to do something here. I got value, I got worth. All these people, different areas, started to explore that idea. So who were some scholars, artists, scientists, mathematicians, writers that influenced? How did they influence? That's the different things. The printing press. Remember, that's a huge thing because now the Bible can be translated, printed in different languages. People can read it their own. They can get their own ideas. All these different documents can be printed faster and explored and sent out. So the printing press is huge. Make sure you read about that again on page 53. And talking about how that just was a huge event. We talked about the bubonic plague, the Black Death, how that kind of had an influence too. People that survived wanted to maybe do something different with their life. They wanted to get out of this. They moved into the cities, urbanization. And then the Titan city-states started to flourish. You have those traders, those middlemen, they open businesses, they're going on trips, they're bringing new goods back. So all that is helping to spread the idea of the Renaissance. So kind of go through these pages again of who, what scholars, what mathematicians, what artists. Da Vinci, obviously, a big one. Make sure you read about him again. Da Vinci's is on page 74 and 75. Again, a lot of different areas he can fit in. But he kind of is the Renaissance man because he had, ideas in a lot of different areas. We watched videos on him, but who else influenced? how did they influence? What were they saying? So that's kind of an introduction there, a review again of chapter 2. I kind of went up to page 75, and I'll do another one of going forward, talking about economics and social systems, the family, quality of life, and how that changed.